If everything stopped working tomorrow, most people wouldn't fail because they're unlucky. They'd fail because they're unprepared. When everything fails, your body doesn't get a break. Gear doesn't save you, capability does. Strength decides what you can carry and who you can protect. When things go wrong, you don't sprint, you endure. I don't train for perfect conditions. I train so I can function when things aren't. So, as someone who was 272 pounds, I can attest and tell you that there's no benefit to you being that size. None whatsoever. And if there is a SHTF, a world without law, survival, apocalyptic scenario, how are you going to be beneficial to your group or the people around you that depend on you for survival? Okay, you need to think about, all right? It's not just about looking good. It's about being healthy, being useful. If you're almost 300 pounds, how are you going to expect to walk around with gear? What happens if you have to leave your home? What happens if you have to go to another location? These are the things that you need to think about. A lot of people are not talking about. Never mind the diabetes, the cholesterol, the high blood pressure, the wear and tear on your joints, of the body, and on your heart, all the stress that you're causing yourself. Never mind that. Will you be able to make it to point A to point B? Okay. I mean, imagine if you're overweight, right? If you're obese, and then on top of that, you're carrying all that weight, you got to carry additional extra equipment and gear. You got to carry a bulletproof vest. Let's say you got to carry a rifle, medicine, food, water, etc. So now you're going to add potentially another 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds of gear on top of the weight that you're already carrying, and you got to walk a mile, 2 miles, 3 miles, whatever it be. Just think about that for a second. You might have some people out here saying that being overweight or having all this extra weight is a good thing, or that it's an advantage to them, and it's not. I can say that from personal experience. It's not a benefit. Could it be a benefit in that you get shot or stabbed or something like that? Maybe having the extra layer of fat is kind of like a layer of protection. Yeah, you can make that argument. Yeah, but the long-term effects of that far outweigh the benefits. You know what I mean? There's more cons than pros. There's more negative than positives. You know, when you stack them up and you put them next to each other, it's not worth it. Being in shape is not just about looking good. It's about being healthy and about being practical and capable and being able to survive. Having more muscle mass it's not just for looks. It's for health and well-being. And there's a mental connection with your mind, your body, your gut. Okay, there's a big connection more clearly. You can defend yourself. You're stronger. Okay, our ancestors, hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago, they used horses. They worked in farms. They had to constantly keep moving. Okay, they were bigger. They were stronger. People that were overweight like that didn't survive. In a survival situation, if you have to depend on pills and injections and medicine and that stuff, I don't know what to tell you. It's going to be hard to survive unless you stack up a big supply of medicine, you know, and live off that and depend on that, you know. But even then, everything has an expiration date, right? Everything doesn't last forever. So that's something you got to think about. But being in shape and being leaner, having stronger muscle mass, you will be healthier. You will not depend on medication. Okay, you need to be in shape. All right, and you can start little by little. You don't gotta run into it and jump into it and go crazy, and that's how you get injured and get sick, and that's how you get burnt out. But you need to start. You need to start somewhere. Okay, it could be walking, it could be swimming, it could be playing tennis, it could be playing basketball, baseball, pickleball, whatever. The important thing is being active and being physical and just starting. Okay, Start little by little. Build the habits over time. Start whatever you need to do, just start. I don't care what it is. You could start with 5 pounds, 10 pounds, whatever, and just build from there. There's so much workouts you can do with just a pair of dumbbells or a pair of kettlebells, okay? And just start. And as time progresses, you will get stronger. You will get more in shape. And then you've built that habit, you've built that discipline. And over time, you're gonna notice a big difference. Metabolism will go up. You'll be able to eat more because you've added muscle mass. And adding muscle mass, your body will burn those calories. There's times now I'm eating 3,000 calories a day. And I'm hungry because I'm active all the time. So I'm speaking from experience, from my experience. Am I a personal trainer? No. Am I a doctor or physician? No. But from my personal experience, what I've went through, I can attest to that it does work. You know, you set up a structured, disciplined program, it will work. There will be a mass die-off of people. All right, people who have medical conditions, people who need pills and injections, and they run out of their supply, or they're not able to get some in time with their doctor. There's going to be a mass die-off. Sad fact. Okay, that's why I push the health part so much, health and fitness, and trying to take control of your life and be healthy. It's not that I'm trying to be better than anyone. I'm not. I'm a regular person. I'm a regular guy, just like everyone else. The difference is that I realized and I saw the importance of being healthy and fit. It's not just about the looking good part, it's the overall aspect. Your mental health is important as well, but your mental health ties in with your physical health, okay? Your body and your mind are one, they're together, okay? They work together, all right? So if you're healthy, mentally, physically, your chances of surviving in a situation in the end of the world, SHTF situation, is greater, it's better. You have to train yourself to be mentally strong. How do you train yourself? By being mentally strong, by going through hard things. Physical exercise, boxing, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, martial arts. These things are important to mentally prepare you, okay? When you go through physical things, by doing hard things, right? Lifting weights, being physically active, walking, running, playing sports, doing boxing, judo, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, martial arts. By putting yourself in physically hard situations, you build your mental resilience, you build your physical resilience. Your mind gets stronger, your body gets stronger, and that will prepare you for real life scenarios and real life situations where you have to defend yourself, either against someone or a group of people, whether you're a man or a woman. You become stronger mentally and physically, and that's so important. Humans throughout history, we've been struggling. We've been getting so much things, wars, to diseases, to famines, the plague, the bubonic plague. There's been so much things humans have had to deal with, okay? But us not being mentally strong or physically strong wouldn't be able to survive those things. Yes, there's been mass die-offs. A lot of people have died, but we're still here. Okay? Ice Age, dinosaurs, all that stuff. Humans have survived so much crazy stuff, you know, living with lions and tigers and all types of dangerous animals, but we're still here. Physically, we don't carry claws or sharp teeth like those animals, but this is what we have. Strong mind, strong body, strong spirit, strong soul. Okay. So that's why I push the health aspect so much, because I know that there's a correlation between surviving, and being in shape, being healthy. You need to. If you're not healthy, start today. Okay. Don't say, I'm going to start the weekend, I'm going to start next week. Start today. But you don't have to start running a 5K marathon or a 10K marathon. Start walking. Walk around your neighborhood. 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day, whatever you can do. Then the next week, try to add another 5 minutes to that. Within a month, 2 months, I promise you that you're going to be in better shape than when you started. You're going to be healthier. The weight's going to come off. Your clothes are going to start fitting better. You're going to be like, wow, I got to get new clothes. These clothes don't fit me anymore. They're too big on me. You could also reverse a lot of health conditions and health issues that you've been dealing with. For instance, I had high blood pressure. My cholesterol was getting to the point where I was going to start taking medication soon, and I was taking medication for my blood pressure. I'm no longer taking medication for my blood pressure. So you can reduce the severity of a lot of health conditions and even reverse them, okay, and pretty much be cured of them. So keep that in mind too. That's why it's so important to get in shape and stay in shape, stay healthy. That's the point that I got to. At the point now, before I used to wear extra large 2XL shirts. Now I'm wearing medium shirts. But it was a progression thing. I knew that this was going to take time. So pace yourself, be patient. It takes time, but it's so worth it in the end, for yourself, for your health, for your life, for your family, the people that are around you and depend on you. It's so important to be in shape. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. All right. Take care of yourselves and each other.